Hey, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Wherever you are on your side of the globe, you're right here with me. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Earth's #1 psychic radio network, the Ask One Radio Psychic Network. Wow. What, what a week this has been, right? I don't know if it's just me, and maybe later when we talk to some callers, we'll find out if it's all of us, but I feel like it's been a bit of a roller coaster. And hopefully together we can maybe slow down the ride a little bit and have a chat. Well, anyway, welcome to the Spirit Phoenix Rising Show. I am your host, Renee Lynn. I am an intuitive psychic healer. I am an empathic tarot coach. Now, as I said last week, these are a lot of words. What does that mean? Essentially, I help you overcome blocks, and I help you dig into what might be holding you back from finding the love and the life that you desire. Well, I was thinking this week that there's a lot of things out there in this world that aren't quite as they appear. And sometimes, too, we might project a little bit upon ourselves, right? Sometimes we feel that we might not be good enough for the task at hand. I prepared a couple of questions that I just wanted to bounce off you guys, okay? We're talking about blocks and clarity. I wanted to ask if anyone out there feels like they don't deserve some of the success that they're looking for. If they don't maybe feel like people are praising them enough, or not thinking that you've accomplished as much as you should, okay? Do you feel like you don't get rewarded for your hard work? Do you feel no one notices how hard you're working? This happens sometimes. I know I used to feel that one. Are you ever afraid that people might realize that you're not as smart as you make yourself out to be? That's a big fear. That's a big fear. Do you ever find it difficult to accept a compliment? Do you find it difficult to receive praise when it comes and downplay your accomplishments? Has any of this stuff ever happened to you guys? Well, it's a little thing that I've been thinking about lately. So much so that I put together a little ebook, and I'll share some contact address later, so you can, decide maybe if you'd like to delve into this further. If any of those questions sounded like, something that could be going on in your life. Well, it's something known as imposter syndrome, and this is it's sort of a blanket term for those of us that feel inadequate or that we're not quite enough. It's sort of like a perpetual feeling of self-doubt and inadequacy. It comes up oftentimes in our work lives, but it can also show up in our family life, in our relationships. Imposter syndrome can strike anywhere. It really can. But it happens a lot in the realm of our careers, right? Like, how long do they think that I will be doing what I'm doing before I'm found out, right? Before I'm found out. Well, there are different kinds of people out there who suffer from this, right? So I sort of broke it down. There are people who are like perfectionists who don't think that they could, do what they're doing successfully unless they took more courses, more certification, more schooling, right? It's like they feel like they're not ready to get out there and achieve unless they, study harder or do one more thing, this sort of perfectionist mentality, right? And they're kind of feeling like, what, even if I do all that, I could still fail, right? So yeah, imposter syndrome with perfectionists is tough. And, that also crosses over into the land of experts, right? Some people with imposter syndrome, feel like, gosh, I really need to be an expert first you know? It's interesting, as a tarot reader, the first card in that deck, known as the Fool or the Dreamer in some of the other decks, is about somebody who's willing to just jump off that precipice, jump off into the unknown without feeling like they have to know absolutely everything, right? And that's adventurous, right? That's adventurous. That's what we need to work on. So, we'll come back to this in a little bit because I think we've got a caller right here who's probably not an imposter, a real person. Let's see who we have here. Oh, hey, we've got Abigail in Texas. Shall we bring Abigail aboard with us? Bring her on.
Yes.
Let's see. Hey, what's going on there, Abigail? How's everything down in Texas?
Oh, it's going well. I'm waiting for a hurricane to come.
Oh my
Hurricane
gosh.
Delta.
I got to be honest, I was away from media today. How close is it to you?
It's very close. It's supposed to hit here in Beaumont, Texas.
Oh my goodness, my goodness. Well, batten down the hatches and get ready, huh? You've got your
Right.
supplies, you're prepared. And you know what? Living in Texas, I know you've been through it before. You've probably seen your share of them, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness, my goodness. And it's like, I often think, where can we live on this planet where you aren't going to have some sort of natural disaster? Here I am in Southern California where it's like earthquake time, and apparently everything's on fire lately.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Are you doing
yeah.
okay?
I'm doing okay this season. Last season was a bit hairy. I had one that started just a few blocks from my home, but this year I'm doing all right. But sadly, I have friends up north who haven't been so lucky and have lost their homes and possessions, and it's tough to start over. So I'm praying for you that everything's going to the winds are going to pass by you, and you're going to be just fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. So what's your question tonight? Anything else on your mind that we can take a look at some tarot cards and see what Spirit has to share with you?
Yes, I'm concerned about my career.
Looking to make some changes? Got some concerns about that, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to figure out, it's like they all want us to figure out by the time we're finished high school what we're supposed to be doing for the rest of our life, what we're supposed to be doing to put money in our pocket and to feed all the mouths around us and take care of ourselves. And, sometimes we take a bit of a misstep in the wrong direction, and we have to pull ourselves back to really find out what it is that is our calling and really what it is the good Lord put us here to do. I feel like we all have a mission, right? We all have a mission.
Right.
Was there something specific about your career you wanted to delve into, or are you just looking for some general energy from the cards to see what comes up for you? What's your pleasure?
I want to know, will I be transitioning to a different position as well as job?
Okay, well, I got to tell you, your first...
Important?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that last part? I didn't mean to speak over you, love.
I just
Please
said
forgive
because it's so important and dear to me.
Well, I think the chances are pretty darn good. I have here as your first card is the Eight of Wands. Now, this card is a card of movement. This is not just a card of movement, but it's a card of moving forward and going to where we want to go, where we need to go. I don't know if I have you on video or if it's just audio, but for those of us who are just on audio, this is a card that features these like wands that are moving very quickly through the air, almost like arrows shot by the divine to land exactly where they need to go, to be right on target. So this is a wonderful first card to pull on a question like yours, right? It's showing that you are geared for movement. It's showing you are geared for change, and the divine is on your side to assist you in moving you. Now, we're not going to try to move you tonight with the winds of the hurricane. We want you to stay right where you are.
Okay.
But the thing is,
right.
it feels too like a metaphor of the winds of change that are coming for you, right? That's very exciting. And can I also share with you, dear, that the wand suit has to do specifically with what we put our spirit into and what we are passionate about. The fact that your career question has to do with what is near and dear to you. You use the words yourself. It's important for you to be in a place where you can radiate with your heart as well as your mind
Yes.
and your hands. This is important to you because this is one of your love languages. Your career is a way that you
Yes.
show you're caring for others, right? Oh my
Yes.
gosh, there's so much beautiful love and spirit radiating from you. And your purpose is to get out there and shine. And it feels like service. Service is so key to
Yes.
you. Service is so key to you, my love. You know,
Yes.
the second card, my friend, the second card we have is a page of wands. And we were talking about how wands are what we put our spirit into. They are our fire suit. You are, this is a messenger card to say that being ignited and on fire with what you want to do. Gosh, we had the wind, we had the fire. It's just like our weather report. I feel like a meteorologist instead of a tarot reader tonight, my love. This is like the divine telling you to please, please, please be assured that that message you feel you're receiving to make these changes, believe, and and it's going to come on pretty quickly too. I got to tell you, the wands are not
Really?
a slow suit. It's not a slow moving suit. This feels like that. As we move into here, we're coming into the quieter part of the year. We're going to be moving into the holidays soon. And I think a beautiful gift that spirit and the divine is going to be putting upon you is a better, more suited path to start 2021. The wands are not a slow moving suit. These are not slow moving arrows. They go pretty quickly, pretty quickly. And could I share one more card with you if you don't mind?
Yes, ma'am.
I always say good things come in threes. I always say good things come in threes, Abigail. So the last one, the last card to come up is called the Ace of Pentacles. Now, we talked about wands being fire and spirit. The pentacles are all about earth and the material, right? What I mean by the material is what we are manifesting in this lifetime, what we are bringing about for ourselves and for others. Oh, it feels like I had an earthquake there. I just hit my monitor. But this card is an ace, honey. And when we pull the aces are all about potential. They are all about possibility. And they are all about growth. What is happening for you right now, Abigail, is you have planted a seed of desire, right? And in that card, I should pull it back up here. In that card, we see a golden coin being handed to us from above, from the heavens above. So you know that you've got a co-conspirator above you. It's like you've got a team of angels. You have the good Lord above.
Oh my gosh.
Handing you this. Oh, what's exciting? The angels?
Everything. When you said I have a token, I mean, I have that gift from God, like the signet ring.
Oh, yeah.
Like I go and represent God.
Oh, see, and that token, that coin, that golden coin or that token has that 5-pointed star on it, which represents us as human beings too. The head, our limbs, etc. Those 5 points, those 5 sectors. Yes, this is exactly the right kind of thinking to have, because you are not just receiving, you are co-creating and unfolding your destiny with every thought you have to move yourself forward. It's exciting, right, Abigail?
Wow.
It's so exciting.
Yes, it's blowing me away. I'm glad to hear this because I am very ecstatic, and I do believe in manifesting whatever I want to do and staying in the vortex and being positive.
Oh, gosh, yeah. And you know what? And it's not, we have a bit of responsibility to set our intention and pay attention But at the same time, we have to kind of kick back and let the celestial intelligence above us help us out, right? It's like we know where we want to go.
Right.
And then we can just kind of set ourselves into a place where we're ready to receive that assistance. Oh, Abigail, I am so excited for you. Things are igniting. Things are igniting. We got so many wands. We got the pentacles. And know what? That pentacle suit is also about abundance. Okay. So this is about getting, getting some zeros in those bank accounts with a couple numbers in front of them. So much so that you are able to assist others. You're going to have a bounty not only for yourself, Abigail, but enough to share, enough to go around, love. I'm excited. I love when I get good cards like this. I should say I love
I'm excited as well. I can feel the positive energy.
Oh, man. Well, keep it up. Keep it up. Know that attraction, that manifestation is happening. And may I suggest one little thing for you before we leave each other?
Okay.
I would like to suggest writing these goals down and writing down the position you see yourself in. There is a magical thing that happens, Abigail, when we put pen to paper, and I prefer that as opposed to typing with the computer. That's okay, but there's something magical when we take our own flesh and blood, our own self with a pen and some paper, and we just start writing down. It really is a bridge from the divine to manifest reality. And that last card is a real clue. That's your mission right now, okay?
Okay, I'll do that.
No, Abigail, you are a charm, and I don't want to hold you up too much because I know you got to, like I said, go batten down the hatches, shut the shutters, and handle all that stuff. Anyway, you've been a real pleasure. Will you keep up with me and come back and check in? I want to know what's going on in a couple months as all of this unfolds for you.
Okay, I will. Thank you so much.
All right, you stay safe now, okay?
Okay, thank you. Have a blessed night.
Oh, thanks. I will. You two have a blessed life. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Wow, guys, we all need to celebrate with Abigail on this good fortune, right? Oh my gosh, here I was talking about imposter syndrome and how refreshing to have the first caller be so settled in herself and so confident in that knowing that her destiny is unfolding in divine time. I mean, that is just a beautiful thing. It's just a beautiful thing. Oh, let's see. Oh, hey, it looks like we have Lee or Leah with us in Australia. Let's talk to Leah. It's Leah. There we go. Hey, are you with me?
Hi.
Hey, good day. How's everything down there for you? Hello. Can you hear me? Hi, Leah. Can you hear me?
I can. You're just cutting in and out every now and then.
Okay, so we will take it slow, and if you need me to repeat something, I'm happy to do it, and I hope that works both ways. We'll have some clarity there.
Okay.
All right. So what's going on your side of the planet? What are you feeling? How can I help you tonight? What questions do you have for Spirit?
Spirit-wise, I'm looking for answers on a house. I'm trying to rent a house at the moment, and it's just not working, and just hoping my spirit guides with me.
They say that moving can be more stressful than a divorce or dealing with somebody at the end of their life, right? It's not easy, from the finance to feeling like we have to prove ourselves to somebody. And then there are other people who are making the decision. They are gatekeepers between ourselves and our goal. And right now it's going to be about overcoming all of that for you, right? And knowing in your heart that you can make it to that space that you desire, and not only desire, but deserve to live in. I mean, I'm sure you on a daily basis are visualizing yourself in that space. You can see yourself going to the refrigerator, pulling out the food. You can see yourself, cuddling up on that sofa. You can see yourself in that bedroom, laying down at night. I feel visualization is going to be such a key for you. And I'm not saying it hasn't been already, but remaining vigilant with that is going to be so, so important, right? Do you mind if I pull a couple cards for you to see what Spirit's saying about this?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's interesting. My previous caller kept pulling, we kept getting wands, right, which represent fire. But I thought we should go over to the angel deck for you, right? And we pulled the Knight of Fire, right? So that's like the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Fire is passionate and self-assured. And I can tell by the sound of your voice, even though you're being challenged right now, love, you are a confident person. It's like, it doesn't, you don't get rattled too easily. But when you get the same frustration being handed to you after try again, it makes us feel sometimes like, oh gosh, it would be easier to quit, but you're not going to do that. I think it's important that we pulled a knight, because knights have missions, right? Knights have missions to move forward, and they all know about timing being of the essence, So it's a card of, using your passion and visualization and thinking things through, right? Because we know that time's of the essence when we're dealing with that fire element, but we don't want to get burned. But you can use it to burn through obstacles to get closer to your goals. So let's pull one from the regular deck too to see what else Spirit has. Okay, so the next thing that's come up is the Four of Cups, right? And the Four of Cups features a person in it who's not quite seeing a solution that's out there for them, right? It hasn't really appeared in their radar, but it is very, very close by. The cups are the things that are near and dear to our heart. And it's just like, I know you would love to be over this obstacle and in that space. This is telling you, dear, this is telling you, Leah, that there is a resource out there that you've not even thought of yet that's going to be showing up for you to help you get into this space and get into the rental that you need. There's something out there for you that should be coming in within the next 2 weeks that is going to be of assistance for you. Now, also when I see the Four of Cups, it also resonates with the idea of months. That makes us feel like within 4 months, this should be pretty much resolved for you. This should be, coming through the process. This other person, this other resource will be showing up very shortly and helping you get into the space you need within the next 4 months. And if it's okay with you, I'd like to pull out one more since we have the time. Is that okay?
Yep.
All right. Oh, interesting. It's another wand card. My goodness. We've got the Three of Wands for you. And you can also see, if you're watching on video, that's right over my shoulder too. It looks like we got twins right there. It's over there on the other side. There it is. There we go. So this is a card of taking inventory. This is a card of assessing your arsenal. And it tells us, it's like, okay, I've come this far. I'm going to get where I'm going. Now, the person in this card sees where they're going. It's across the way, but it feels like there's a little bit of a barren desert between you and the end point. But I want to tell you, don't fear. You're just kind of taking a temporary rest right now. This slowdown in the energy is temporary. My guides are whispering in my ear, and we can see the cards that have been pulled tonight, okay? This is going to reignite. We used ignition a lot in the last reading because we had a lot of fire wands. So please know that according to my guides and according to your reading here, these cards that we pulled together using our hearts and minds together are showing that this is just a temporary standstill. All right? You're going to be flying soon. You really are. You really are. Yeah. I just want to encourage you because I know how frustrating it can be. You're going to be doing fine. Huh? I think we might have lost her. Well, I'm just going to reiterate in case you're still listening and still on the line. This slowdown of energy is temporary. You've got this, you know. And have you created a little bit of a vision board for yourself, even if it's on your phone or your computer? Like I said, visualization is going to be key for you in manifesting this. You need to see it. You need to see yourself in there. I see yourself in there. Okay, keep it going. And no, in 2 weeks you got something showing up. But you know, I'm afraid I've got to wrap up. I'm getting a little nod from my producer. We're coming to the end of the show. I'm sending you love and light and luck. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Renee Lynn with Spirit Phoenix Rising. Go to my website if you're interested in hearing a little bit more about what we talked about at the beginning, imposter syndrome, feeling like we're not quite good enough, what it is, and how to overcome its shadow. Okay, so my website's reneelynnspirit.com. Hop over, send me an email. You can contact me through there, and we can chat about what might be blocking you, what might be in your shadow. Yeah? I love to chat. You can tell because I do it all the time while I'm here with you. Anyway, love and light and blessings to everyone. And you know what? I don't feel like an imposter. You shouldn't feel like an imposter. No. You've got it going on. We've got it going on. We've got help from Spirit. We can share. We can share our light. No more shadows. We're going to stay in the light together. And again, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, you guys. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful night, a beautiful tomorrow. And for everyone who's in that path of that hurricane, stay safe, batten down the hatches. All right. Take care, you guys. I'll catch you next week. Thanks for your time. See ya.